Welcome back to our channel JF Coins, where we explore the hidden treasures of American coins that could be worth a fortune today. In this video, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and underrated coins in United States history, the 1963 Lincoln cent, also known as the 1-cent Lincoln penny. Many people have this coin lying in their old drawers, jars, or coin collections and have no idea it could be worth hundreds of dollars today. So stay tuned until the end, because you might be holding a small piece of copper that could change your luck worth as much as $442 in today's collector market. Let's start with the background of this coin. The 1963 Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, which you can identify by the small D mint mark just below the year on the front side of the coin. This coin was struck in the final years before the United States Mint switched from using copper to a copper-coated zinc composition. The 1963 penny is made of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it that rich reddish tone that collectors love. Because of its metal composition, even its melt value, the value of the metal itself, is higher than 1 cent, but the real magic is in its collector's value, history, and rarity in perfect condition. Now let's talk about its design. The obverse, or the front of the coin, features the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's head, you'll see the phrase, "In God We Trust." To his left, the word, "Liberty," and to his right, the date, 1963, with the small letter D indicating the Denver Mint. The reverse side of the coin displays the famous wheat ears design, which had been used on the Lincoln cent since its introduction in 1909 and continued until 1958. However, by 1963, the wheat design had been replaced with the Lincoln Memorial design. So, if you have a 1963 penny, it should show the Lincoln Memorial on the back, along with the inscriptions, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent. The details on this coin are elegant and strong, reflecting the artistic and historical value that make it stand out even today. The 1963 penny was produced in large numbers. Over 1.7 billion coins were struck at the Denver Mint. Because of this high mintage, most of these pennies are still relatively common in circulation or coin collections. However, what makes some of them so valuable today are their special qualities, such as pristine mint state condition, unique color tones, or rare minting errors. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins that have been preserved in uncirculated or high-grade condition, those that look as if they were just struck yesterday, with no scratches, no discoloration, and sharp details on Lincoln's face and the Lincoln Memorial. Let's talk about the market value now, which is where things get really exciting. An ordinary 1963 penny found in your pocket might only be worth 1 cent, but if you find one in brilliant uncirculated condition or a rare era variety, the value can rise dramatically. Some high-grade examples have been sold at auctions for over $442 and even higher, depending on the quality and eye appeal. The most valuable examples are those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading companies like PCGS or NGC. These coins look flawless to the naked eye, with shiny luster and strong strike details. Collectors are willing to pay big money for such coins because finding a 1963 penny in that condition after more than 60 years is extremely rare. Now let's explore some of the most sought-after minting errors and varieties that can make your 1963 penny worth much more. Some coins were struck with double die errors, where parts of the lettering or Lincoln's profile appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These double die coins can be worth hundreds of dollars. Another rare error is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing or shifted to one side. Collectors love these unique mistakes because each one is different. There are also repunched mint mark errors, where the D was struck twice in slightly different positions. These small variations might look tiny, but to a trained collector's eye, they can add huge value. Besides the errors, the color and condition of your penny matter a lot. Collectors classify copper coins into 3 main color categories: brown, BN, red-brown, and red. The most valuable ones are full red coins because they retain their original copper luster and have not darkened over time. If you have a 1963 penny that still glows with that bright reddish copper shine, and it's in mint or near mint condition, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars. Now, let's take a quick look at the historical context. The year 1963 was an important one in American history. It was the final year before the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy and also a time of major social and political change in the United States. The Lincoln penny had already been in circulation for over 50 years, symbolizing freedom, unity, and the legacy of one of America's greatest presidents. During this time, people didn't think much about saving pennies. They were everyday change. But those who saved coins carefully, especially uncirculated rolls, unknowingly preserved a piece of mid-century American history that today has become a collector's dream. You might be wondering how to find out if your 1963 penny is valuable. Here's how. Start by examining your coin under good lighting. Look at the details on Lincoln's hair, coat, and the Lincoln Memorial. If they appear sharp and clear with no major scratches, your coin might be in mint state condition. Then check for any unusual features like doubling, off-center strikes, or odd shapes in the D-mint mark. If you spot something interesting, it's worth getting the coin graded by a professional grading service. Even if your coin isn't a rare error, it could still fetch a great price if it's in top condition. Collectors and investors are paying more attention to coins from the 1960s because they represent the end of the classic copper era in American coinage. The combination of historical significance, rich copper color, and the potential for rare varieties make the 1963 penny one of the most interesting coins to search for. In auctions, prices can start around a few dollars for average uncirculated examples and go all the way up to hundreds of dollars for premium grade or era coins. The record price for the highest graded 1963 Lincoln penny is an impressive $442, a huge return for a coin that originally cost just 1 cent. So, the next time you come across a 1963 Lincoln penny in your change jar, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look, because you might be holding a valuable piece of numismatic history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin journey, this coin is a perfect reminder that even the smallest piece of change can carry a story of art, history, and unexpected value. Thank you for watching this video all the way through. If you enjoyed learning about the 1963 Lincoln penny and its amazing history, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss another episode on rare and valuable coins. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, they might have a hidden treasure in their pocket change too. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always remember that every coin has a story waiting to be discovered. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the 1976 1-cent Ultra Lincoln penny. This small copper coin might look ordinary at first glance, but if you take a closer look, you'll realize it's a piece of history that could be worth hundreds of dollars, yes, up to $442 in today's collector market. So sit tight as we uncover the secrets, history, and hidden value of this incredible 1976 Lincoln penny. Let's start with the history behind it. The 1976 Lincoln cent is part of the iconic Lincoln penny series that began in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the Indian head cent and quickly became one of the most recognized coins in the world. By 1976, the U.S. Mint had already been producing Lincoln pennies for nearly 7 decades, but the bicentennial year brought special significance to all American coins. While the penny itself didn't feature a bicentennial design like the quarter, half-dollar, or dollar coin, the 1976 Lincoln cent holds its own charm because of its history, composition, and rare minting variations. Now, the 1976 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia with no mint mark, Denver with a D, and San Francisco with an S. The ones from San Francisco were proof coins, struck with extra care and shine for collectors. Most of the regular circulation pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. That means they have real metal value. Even the copper itself today is worth more than 1 cent, But it's not just about the metal, it's about the rarity, the minting errors, and the condition that makes some 1976 pennies worth a small fortune. Collectors are always on the lookout for special varieties, and the 1976 Ultra Lincoln penny stands out for its high grade, full red luster, and flawless strike. These coins are often found in mint state condition, with grades like MS-65, MS-66, or higher certified by grading authorities such as PCGS or NGC. A 1976 penny in ordinary circulated condition might be worth just a few cents, but if it's in pristine, uncirculated condition with a brilliant red color and strong details, its value can skyrocket to hundreds of dollars. Some of the most stunning examples have fetched prices around $442 or even higher depending on the demand among collectors. But here's where things get even more exciting: mint errors. Minting mistakes can transform a regular penny into a rare collectible. There are 1976 Lincoln cents with double die obverse, off-center strikes, broad strikes, and even coins with missing letters or die cracks. These errors can make the coin unique and highly valuable. For example, a 1976 Lincoln penny with a dramatic off-center strike could easily sell for $100 to $250, while a strong double die error might push that price to $400 or more, especially in perfect condition. The more unusual the error, the higher the price collectors are willing to pay. Another factor that adds to the 1976 penny's appeal is its connection to American heritage. 1976 was the United States bicentennial year, celebrating 200 years of independence. Even though the Lincoln penny didn't change its design, it was part of an iconic era for coin collectors. Many people saved their 1,976 coins as souvenirs of America's 200th birthday, which is why some mint state examples still exist today in pristine rolls and proof sets. These coins not only represent value but also a piece of the spirit of 1976, the year of freedom, pride, and history in metal form. Now, let's talk about identifying a valuable 1976 penny. First, check the mint mark under the date. If there's a D, it was minted in Denver. If there's an S, it's a proof coin from San Francisco. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Second, look for the color and shine. Red coins marked RD are worth much more than brown or red-brown ones. Third, inspect the coin for any doubling, die cracks, or unusual features. Finally, look at the condition. Uncirculated coins or those kept in protective cases can hold tremendous value. Here's an example. A 1976 D Lincoln penny graded MS-67 red by PCGS once sold for over $442 at auction. Why? Because of its flawless surface, sharp details, and rare high grade. Only a handful of coins reach that level of perfection, and collectors compete fiercely to own them. Even coins in MS-66 condition can bring around $100 to $250 depending on the market trends. Speaking of trends, the market for Lincoln cents has been growing rapidly in recent years. Collectors from around the world are now paying premium prices for older copper pennies, especially those from the 1970s in top condition. The combination of nostalgia, historical value, and the rising price of copper metal makes these coins an excellent investment piece for the future. So if you happen to find a shiny 1976 penny in your old change jar or coin roll, take a close look before spending it. You might be holding a small treasure in your hand. And here's a tip for coin hunters: use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot the details. Always store your coins properly in protective holders to avoid scratches or tarnish. And if you believe your 1976 penny might be special, consider having it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can multiply your coin's value instantly and give you a clear idea of what collectors might pay for it. To sum it all up, the 1976 1-cent Ultra Lincoln penny is far more than just a small piece of copper. It's a symbol of American history, craftsmanship, and collector passion. Whether it's the strong profile of Abraham Lincoln, the famous "In God We Trust" motto, or the rare variations that turn it into a prized collectible, this coin continues to fascinate generations of collectors. With a market value that can climb as high as $442, it's no wonder the 1976 Lincoln penny is called a hidden gem among US coins. So, next time you find a penny from 1976, don't ignore it, inspect it, treasure it, and maybe you'll discover your very own Ultra Lincoln worth a fortune. Every coin tells a story, and this one tells the story of American pride, precision minting, and the thrill of finding gold in copper disguise. Thanks for watching, coin lovers. If you enjoyed learning about the 1976 Lincoln penny, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our future videos about rare and valuable US coins. Who knows? The next coin in your pocket could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Keep searching, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next treasure hunt. Today's video is going to take you deep into the fascinating story of one of America's most mysterious and talked about coins, the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, that little copper coin sitting quietly in your pocket or jar could actually be worth hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more than $442 depending on its condition and mint mark. You heard that right, a simple penny from 1977 could be hiding in plain sight, carrying history, mystery, and hidden value. So get ready, because this is going to be one of the most exciting deep dives into US coinage you'll ever hear. Let's start at the beginning, with the creation of this classic design. The Lincoln penny has been in continuous production since 1909, first introduced to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The front side, or obverse, proudly shows Lincoln's portrait designed by Victor David Brenner, a master engraver who gave the coin its timeless look. On the back, until 1958, the penny displayed 2 wheat ears, symbolizing prosperity and growth. But in 1959, to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to show the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. That new design carried through to 2008, including the 1977 edition that we're focusing on today. Every single detail on this coin tells a part of America's story. Now, why is the 1977 penny so special? At first glance, it looks like any other Lincoln cent. It's made primarily of copper, about 95% copper and 5% zinc. It weighs 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. It was produced in 3 main locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. But what really makes collectors chase after certain 1977 pennies are their conditions, errors, and mint marks. The coins with a little d below the date were minted in Denver, while the ones with an S were struck in San Francisco. The ones without any mint mark come from Philadelphia. So what gives the 1977 penny its incredible value? It all comes down to rarity and perfection. Most pennies from this year are common, but a few have unique qualities that make them stand out. Coins in uncirculated or proof condition, especially those graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, can sell for huge prices. Some pristine examples, called Ultra Gems, have sold for over $400, and a few with special minting errors have fetched even higher amounts at auctions. When collectors talk about the Ultra Lincoln penny, they're referring to those perfectly struck, mirror-finished coins that gleam like pure art. Imagine this: a coin worth just 1 cent suddenly becoming worth more than $400 because of its flawless shine and sharp details. That's the magic of coin collecting. For example, a 1977 S-proof penny, which was specially made for collectors, can sell between $20 and $60 in average proof condition, but those in the highest grades, graded PR70 Deep Cameo, have reached values of $300 to $442 depending on demand and rarity. Even some 1977 D Business Strike pennies in top mint state condition can sell for impressive sums if they're free from scratches and have that fresh from the mint brilliance. But the real thrill for collectors comes from mint errors. These are accidental variations that happen during production, and they make certain coins one of a kind. A few 1977 Lincoln pennies have been found with double die obverse, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or missing mint marks. Any of these errors can boost a coin's value drastically. For example, A 1977 penny with a strong double die on the date or lettering can be worth several $100s or more to the right buyer. It's like holding a rare piece of U.S. minting history that no one else has exactly like yours. Now, let's talk about history. The 1970s were a time of change in America, new technology, political shifts, and inflation affecting the economy. The cost of copper was rising fast, and the U.S. Mint began considering cheaper alternatives for penny production. That's why the 1977 penny is part of the last generation of solid copper cents before the big change in 1982, when the Mint switched to copper-plated zinc. That makes these 1977 coins even more desirable, as they represent the end of a pure copper era. Each one carries a bit of that old world weight and feel that collectors love. If you ever find one of these pennies, the first thing to do is look closely under good lighting. Check for the mint mark, examine Lincoln's face, and inspect the date carefully. If the surface looks smooth and mirror-like, or if you spot doubling on the letters, Liberty, or In God We Trust, you might have something extraordinary. Then, weigh it to make sure it's 3.11 grams, confirming it's a copper strike. Once you've done that, it's worth submitting the coin to a professional grading service to determine its official grade. The difference between a Mint State 65 and a Mint State 70 can mean hundreds of dollars in value. In the current collector's market, demand for older Lincoln pennies remains very strong. With coin shows, online auctions, and numismatic communities expanding every year, more people are rediscovering the beauty and value of these small copper pieces of American history. As of now, top-graded examples of 1977 Ultra Lincoln pennies can sell anywhere from $250 to $442 or even higher, depending on eye appeal and rarity. Some proof strikes have even been known to command premium prices far above that in specialized auctions. This makes holding on to a high-grade 1977 penny a very smart move for the future. And here's the most exciting part: the treasure hunt never ends. There could be a rare 1977 penny sitting in your old piggy bank, your desk drawer, or your pocket right now. That's what makes coin collecting so addictive. Each time you flip a coin, you could be holding a hidden gem worth hundreds of times its face value. The story behind every Lincoln cent connects us to America's history, from the image of Abraham Lincoln himself to the craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint and the hands that passed that penny through generations. So, if you love history, mystery, and hidden treasure, start looking closely at your change. The 1977 Ultra Lincoln penny is more than just a coin. It's a story, a symbol, and sometimes, a small fortune in copper. Keep your eyes open for sharp details, brilliant shine, and possible mint errors. Who knows, your next penny might just be worth $442 or even more. That's the thrill of the hunt, and the magic that keeps collectors coming back for more. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more amazing coin stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update about rare and valuable US coins. Share your own discoveries in the comments below. Who knows, maybe one of you has a 1977 Lincoln cent that could change your collection forever. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing, because treasures like this are still out there waiting to be found. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 2010 Lincoln penny, one of the most fascinating and often overlooked modern coins that could be hiding right in your pocket change. Do not underestimate this small copper-colored cent, because some special 2010 Lincoln pennies have surprised collectors around the world with unbelievable values, even reaching up to $442 in today's coin market. So sit back, relax, and let's explore every secret behind this tiny piece of American history. First, let's talk about the story and background of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been one of the longest-running coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, known for leading the country through the Civil War and abolishing slavery. Over the decades, this penny has changed its design several times, yet Lincoln's portrait on the obverse remains a timeless symbol of American pride and freedom. Now, moving forward to the 2010 Lincoln penny, The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the main U.S. mint facilities responsible for producing billions of coins each year. The 2010 issue marked the second year after a major change in the Lincoln Cent series. In 2009, the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's 200th birthday and issued 4 different reverse designs showing different stages of his life: birth and early childhood, formative years, professional life, and presidency. Then in 2010, a brand new reverse design was introduced, known as the Union Shield Reverse. This new design symbolized the unity of the nation that Lincoln fought to preserve. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll see the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," at the top, "Liberty" on the left side, and the date 2010 on the right. Just below the date, the tiny letter D marks that it was struck in Denver. On the reverse, the Union Shield features a strong design, 13 vertical stripes representing the original states joined together under one horizontal bar that reads, "E pluribus unum," meaning, "out of many, one." Across the shield, a banner proudly displays the word, 1 cent, symbolizing the strength and unity of the United States. The composition of the 2010 D penny is 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. Each coin weighs about 2.5 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter. But what makes certain 2010 D pennies so valuable? The answer lies in their minting errors, condition, rarity, and eye appeal. Let's break these down. First, mint errors can make ordinary coins worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, collectors have reported double die obverse errors where parts of the lettering like "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" show a visible doubling effect. There are also off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet errors that give these coins unique appearances. These types of mistakes attract coin collectors because they are rare and each error is one of a kind. If you spot such a defect on your 2010 D penny, do not ignore it. It might be your ticket to hundreds of dollars. Next, the condition of your coin plays a major role in determining its market value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, all the way up to mint state, MS70, which means a perfectly preserved coin with no visible marks. Most 2010 D pennies in circulation are worth just 1 cent, but if your coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, shiny, scratch-free, and with full original luster, collectors will pay a premium. In fact, some MS67 or MS68 graded 2010 D Lincoln cents have sold for as high as $442 in coin auctions. Now, let's talk about the market value and how it changes over time. While billions of these coins were minted, only a small percentage remain in flawless or near-perfect condition. That scarcity drives up demand among collectors. Coin grading companies like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, have certified top-quality 2010 D pennies that continue to rise in value year after year. Many collectors believe the Lincoln Shield cents are the next generation of collectible coins because they mark a turning point in the series, the transition from the Lincoln Memorial Reverse to the modern Shield design. Beyond its monetary worth, the 2010 D penny carries a deeper historical meaning. It reminds Americans of the unity and strength that President Lincoln represented, and how even the smallest coin in our pockets can carry a story of freedom, perseverance, and national pride. Every time you hold a Lincoln penny, you're holding a piece of over a century's worth of history, from 1909's original wheat cent design to today's Shield Reverse. It's a symbol of endurance and evolution in American coinage. If you're a collector or someone who simply enjoys the thrill of the hunt, start checking your spare change, your old coin jars, and your rolls of pennies. Look closely for that 2010 D penny with a mirror-like finish, sharp details, or an unusual minting flaw. You never know, that little copper coin could be worth hundreds of dollars. And remember, even though these coins are modern, their collectible potential is growing fast as more people begin to appreciate the artistry and history behind them. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 2010 D penny? First, handle it carefully by its edges. Avoid touching the faces of the coin to prevent fingerprints or scratches. Next, examine it under good lighting or a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual marks. If you believe it's in excellent condition, consider getting it professionally graded. A certified coin in a sealed holder will always fetch a higher price in the market. Then, check recent auction results online to compare your coin's grade and condition with similar listings. You might be surprised at how much collectors are willing to pay. To sum it up, the 2010 Lincoln penny is not just an ordinary 1-cent coin. It's a fascinating collectible piece with a rich design, a deep historical message, and a growing market value. Some lucky finds have reached prices up to $442 or even more depending on rarity and grade. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, it's time to take another look at your pocket change. Who knows, your next penny might just be a hidden treasure worth hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable US coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest updates about coin values, history, and hidden gems in your everyday change. Leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare Lincoln penny, or if you want us to feature a specific year in our next video. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep the history alive one coin at a time.